It's the Daily Special with Kimberly Ray Miller!
Welcome to the Daily Special. It is Thursday, June 12th, and I'm a jokester. I am. I don't know if you could tell, but I went out recently, and I tried to pull one over on someone important. So I have a good one for you. What does a poor man have and a rich man want? All right, you can think about it. Take your time. They stumped him. Nothing. Nothing. Poor man has nothing. Rich man wants nothing. Ah, there. Who's the Sphinx now? Huh? Smart. So smart. Huh. I was just told that technically the Sphinx said nothing, and that was the answer, and therefore the Sphinx was right. Damn you, Sphinx! Let's go to the specials. Hulk Hogan declares of the accident that put his son's friend John Graziano in a vegetative state was the God's way of making him a better person. Right, because it's hard to be a douchebag when you're in a coma. The new kids on the block have a pretty uphill battle going. A woman asked who Joey McIntyre was the other day. Fortunately, she was talking to Joey McIntyre. Katherine Heigl bitch-slapped the writers of Grey's Anatomy by pulling her name out of the contenders for this year's Emmys. She said that her character sucked this year and that the writing wasn't good enough to be worthy of an award. Note to the casting directors, I too am a pasty white girl with a big head. End note. You know what one of my biggest fears in life is? Meeting people's parents. Not like friends' parents, because I'm good at that. I'm like, hi, I'm Kim, really nice to meet you. Great skirt, Mrs. So-and-so. But like if I'm dating someone and I meet their parents, so scary. But there's a great book, I Love My In-Laws by Dina Koutas Poch, and we've got her on the show to teach us the different types of in-laws.
Hi Kim, I also like flowers too. These flowers are from my in-laws' garden, these peonies. So this summer you might encounter some in-laws on your vacations or in their homes. So here are some personality types that you will meet and some tips on how to deal with them. The first personality is the dead in-law. So even though they're not here, they still end up on your guest list. Whenever you refer to them, you always look up, not down, because they're looking down happily from heaven, not in hell, looking up. So the second personality of in-law that you might encounter is the drama queen in-law. A good classic example of the drama queen is Paris Hilton. So ways to deal with her is find another tidbit about an in-law member in the family, and when she starts to ask you questions about when you're going to have kids, when you're going to get married, you throw in that so-and-so lost his job, you lob that softball, and she'll be distracted. The next personality type is the eccentric in-law. And this type of in-law is the David Copperfield of the in-law family. So the way you deal with your eccentric in-law is you play to his strengths. So if he's a fabulous expert on Sedona architecture, instead of focusing on the fact that he's had 9 jobs, just focus on the architecture, enjoy him, and therefore you can have a pleasant visit. The next personality type that you might encounter is the scary in-law. This is sort of the Gary Busey of the in-law family. The way you deal with this unpredictable in-law is you just never are alone with them. There's safety in numbers. I mean, there's safety in 911, but there's also safety in not going out alone into the woods with him. So the last in-law that you might get is the perfectionist in-law. This type of in-law is Martha Stewart. The way you deal with them is flattery, because they have such a huge ego. Why not contribute more to that ego? So this summer, when you're with your in-laws, and if you find yourself frustrated or grinding your teeth, just remember you're only there because you're in love with their son or daughter, and it could always be so much worse. So hang in there, and thanks, Kim, for having me.